just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out. I bleed it out. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out.
Oh yeah, race fans. Here we go, FRB coming to you live from the 805. I'm Chris Paul Hamus, and welcome to Front Row Esports, the 2025 Cup Series at, of course, Bristol. We got some fierce racing ahead of us tonight, short tracking, lots of speed, lots of banking, and a lot of aggression. Has to be. You need to have it, here, especially here on tonight's track. This is the Great Coliseum, and they call it this for a reason. I mean, this track has a style of its own. The G's these guys, the normal drivers would be pulling, the banking, the speeds. I mean, everything happens so fast. I mean, here in the broadcast booth, I hope I'm gonna be here to able to catch up to these guys. There's no way we're gonna be able to stay in tune with all the action that's about to happen tonight here at Bristol. But of course, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors being on board tonight for tonight's race here, and that's of course Moza Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy, Raptor Race Graphics, and of course all this brought to us from the Starlink. So super stoked to have that awesome picture out there for all you guys tuning in tonight. So it should be a lot of fun. We got, again, a little bit of a lighter field. Every time I say that though, they drop in. So I'm looking a little over 20 something cars tonight. So I don't know. I mean, last year's race kind of got the ending for us, so we'll replay that here in a minute. But when it comes to last year's race, it was a little bit of a wreck, fast-ish type of thing. I think we had like a dozen cautions, something like that. So it gets nasty out there. I ain't gonna BS around any of that, all right? And nothing really good happens at Vegas. No, you leave all that at Vegas, but nothing really good happens at Bristol, especially in this short tracking that they got going on tonight. So let's look over those track specs and see what these boys are up against. All right, location 151 Speedway Boulevard, Bristol, Tennessee, open July 23rd, 1961. Length 0.533 miles. Short tracking, gnarly fast and tight. That's no joke on this one. So turns 3 and 4. Same as 1 and 2 here. We got the turns at 24 to 28 degrees, 4 to 8 degrees on the bankings, and on the straightaways. So even the bankings roll into some degree on your straightaways here, but at the same time, it's a wide track. You're gonna have different grooves, the lower groove, and the top groove, and there's gonna be tire wear. Tire wear is going to be super important, especially in the duration of laps these guys have ahead of them. And speaking of that, let's bring you the Raptor race stages here. Raptor race graphic stages. There it is. There you go. Watch out for that Raptor, man. That thing bites, dude. Oh, still moving on us. We got 250 laps in tonight's race here. Stage 1, lap 40. Stage 2, lap 100. Stage 3, got 150 laps there. So what are we thinking on, I mean, dare I say it, what's our fuel state on this matter? Or will we even see it? I mean, this is an aggressive track. We may see it at the late ends of this, but by that time it just takes a caution or two. Anyways, let's get over to the race format and see what our Trek Racer race format has to offer for us. We got open setups, of course, run what you brung, 1 fast person, 1 backup car into hauler, 4 sets of tires, and we got a fuel allocated of 75%, which makes our pit window around 110 to 120 laps. So as you've seen with our race stages, as we'll blink right back to that, as 40 laps for stage 1, so nothing there, just a blink and we're there. And then lap 100, for that it's a 60 lap run there. So we're only going to see possible stage run in stage 3 if these boys can hold it together till then. So let's see what we have here for our points in the 2025 Cup from Front Row Esports. We got Dylan Banks leading the way still. Trevor Baxter now moving his way into second position. These boys are neck and neck on points. I'm going to be very curious to see who's going to come out with the points lead As Dylan Banks have had it for, I believe, now 3 weeks in a row. And we got Trevor Baxter been marching his way up further. So you also see there on their starts. So it shows just how many starts each driver has made, and where they're at in their points right there, how many they're behind, and then how many they're behind the next. So basically, those boys are literally right there. Again, so Trevor Baxter, he's there. He needs another good couple races, and he can possibly, even tonight, we'll see what happens. But Carroll's right there in P3. Kyle Wellman. Garrett Wiles in 4th, Kyle Wellman in 5th. Steve Johnson got to hold strong in that 6th position in top 10. 7th, Brian Zimmerman. 8th, Carl Lindstrom. Hunter Lagunas in that 9th position, rounding out your top 10 in points. Larry Bell. Then you got Tanner Marr in 11th. 12th, Hunter Bogdan. 13th, Daniel Best. 14th, Mitch Diamond. 15th is going to be Matt Jones. Got 16th, Kenneth Bartholomew. 17th, Tom Freitas. And we have Michael Reeves, 18th. So these are all those guys right there, outside the top 16-ish. Those guys are going to need to really get them stuffs together here for these playoffs coming up. They're going to come up quick. All right, a lot faster than what we're initially expecting. All right, so as promised, let's look over the 2024 footage of Bristol. And let's see what just get an insight of what we may look and see tonight.
83 trying to work the bottom. 96 going to clear. He's going to open the door for the 78. Can these guys hold on for 5 more laps? Dylan Banks leading the way. Hunter Laguna second. And Kyle Wellman third. Ryan Rose kind of fading back just a little bit in that 4th position. Not putting a lot of pressure on that third place of the 42 of Kyle Wellman. And then this brings us right back to that top 5 battle. Ooh, now Winston loose off right there, but Hunter Bogdan barreling in on the 926. 73 of Bartholomew. Bartholomew is trying to be quiet in tonight's race. They have a strong finish, and he has done so, at least so far. He is now marches his way up into 7th position. That might put the nail in the coffin for the 83's hopes of making it in. 23 car, or the 20 car. Oh, the 78 into the wall, or Hunter Bogdan. 78 into the wall. Tyler Honeycutt. So last lap right here, folks. Here we go. Coming to the checkered. That will be the 48 of Dylan Banks. Hunter Laguna second. 3rd place is going to go to Kyle Wellman. 4th, Ryan Rose. And round out your top 5 is going to be Garrett Wiles in the 926.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the booth here. So we have, again, a long run for the end of the race from last year's race, but a lot of cautions in the beginning, so we'll see where history will repeat itself tonight. I mean, again, I kind of glanced over some of the footage of last year, and again, I saw it's around 11 or 12 cautions 3/4 way through the race, so kind of wondering, I don't know, but we said there's a lot of the same players in last year's as in tonight's race, but minus a few and added a few extras. So yeah, we have a nice field in front of us here. I do believe. Oh yeah, it has gathered substantially in these moments here. So we are in queue at the moment. Yes, we are. So guys are putting them down and trying to get their spot in for tonight's race. In doing so, of course, let's jump on over to tonight's national anthem. Please join me for, of course, tonight's national anthem here. All of our supports go out to our frontline defenders, our military, and of course, just all of us, man, out there fighting for the overall good. So, again, please enjoy the national anthem as we will be back here for the drop of the green flag in just a moment. Stick with us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we twilights less gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Goes a little something like this.
All right, mic check, and here we go. Front Row Esports 2025 Cup Series about to take their first screen of the night here at Bristol, the great Coliseum of short tracking. Oh, man, I love this track. This is an aggressive track, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this is basically some fighter jets going around in combat, trying not to take each other out. But if it does happen, it happens. And again, this is aggressive as it gets, fast too. Lots of grip. But look for the tire where to play its crucial role in tonight's race here, as we guys are just coming out of queue and we're waiting for the official results to drop here. And I know I do have something already in disarray, but at least we caught it here right off in the beginning here. So it's 40 laps in tonight's stage one, not 45. So there we go, switched. Little adjustments here, which means I'll have to adjust myself on stage two. So we'll go over that as everything gets to kicking it off. And speaking of kicking it off, here we go. Let's see who's sitting on pole this evening. All right, Mr. Dylan Banks, I believe, is sitting here. P1 once again. This man is on fire. Let's just some driver details and some highlighters as these guys are going to start dropping in at any moment here, and we can try to go over and look at their cars. But there we go. Almost. Okay, anyways, well, Dylan Banks sitting in that 48. He's going to be your pole sitter. Outside pole, Mr. Brian Zimmerman in the 28. Second position, great cue for him. Let's see what he has in store for us this evening. Third position is going to be the 926, Garrett Wiles. Good positioning here for him. And to get Raymond Hardina in the 87. Fourth position, cue efforts. Beautiful work there, my man. Steve Johnson, nice and fast, up in the top five. Fifth position, Tom Freitas, yeah, dog, in the 32, sixth position, top 10er. Tanner Marr, same thing, four car. Tanner Marr, seventh position. Matt Jones, there you go, my man, 77 in the eighth position. Larry Bell, you got just some heavy hitters up here toward the front in the beginning. This is awesome. In the ninth position here, round out your top 10. Miss Trevor Baxter here, second place in points here, 10th starting right now. So he's got a little bit of work ahead of him, but a lot of time to do so. Hunter Bogdan, 11th position. The Paul De Niro? Oh, no, not Robert De Niro. It's his son right there, Paul De Niro. Anyways, he's in the 96. A new guy tonight. Good Q efforts for him in that 12th position. 13th is going to be Daniel Rupick Jr. in the 72. He is in the 13th position. 14th, Michael Reeves in the double zeros. The donut machines over here. Loving it. Kyle Wellman in the 15th position in that 42. Uncharacteristic start for him outside that. And then Carl Lindstrom, also 16th position. Byron Gay. Stoney Benfield, 16th and 17th and 18th. Kyler McCarthy is going to be 19th position. And let me scroll this guy down here a little bit more here. There it is. Got Chris Carroll in the 19th position. I'm sorry, Kyler McCarthy is in 20th. Ronnie Morrison, Chummy Miller. Round out your field here as we're about ready to take the green and get to it. So, come on. There she is. All right. All right, that's your official lineup for this evening's green flag start for stage 1. Oh, as we're spinning this thing around and getting ready to go green. Brian Zimmerman, Dylan Banks leading the way here. Got the pace car out in front. Got 40 laps in stage 1, so this is just a short go. Get him! Hammered down, roar! Right? So again, this is but positioning, setting yourself up. You know, all strategies are at play at the drop of this flag right here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green all kinds. We gone for the 2025 Bristol Run for the Cup. 48 off to a great jump. Looks like Zimmerman kind of sleeping there on the start. 926 Garrett Wiles going to get on the bottom here. Wiles kind of loose off, and he's got company, lots of it. The 87 of Raymond Hardina had a good run off, but those guys are going to get a little bit of contact here that may sort it out-ish for a second up in the front here. As no, they're still side by side for second position, trying to sort this out. Here comes Raymond Hardina trying to make some advancements on Garrett Wiles. Again, just that slip up right there, momentum. That's what happens. You have the 4-car, Tanner Marr and Tom. These guys single filing it out. Trevor Baxter in the 20. He is 8th position. Jones in the contact between, I believe that was Tom and Trevor. With the 20 car, Trevor Baxter rocking and rolling the outside of Matt Jones. Matt Jones trying to hold that bottom along with Tom. But you see, we got still dogfights up ahead of him with Tanner Marr. And now Baxter's going to get the fight. Here comes Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson under attack by the 4 and the 20. 4's going to go high. 20's going to take it low. 1's going to go through the bottom here as the rest of the guys up the front. I really hope that they're escaping this stuff. So far, they are lined up. So back to the fight and back to the pack. We got Larry Bell, Hunter Bogdan. These guys are flipping some positions here. Gets the fence, goes to 77, I believe, just a little bit as he's finding the 32 outside. He's going to rotate the outside now. You see both grooves are working. 43 and the 86 still side by side, but here comes more company along with Michael Reeves in the donuts, double zeros, and the 72 of Michael Rupick Jr. Jr.'s on the bottom here. The 72 along with the double zero is going to have the momentum on the outside. Oh, but here comes Mr. 69er, Ronnie Morrison, starting to make his charge along with Chris Carroll, Carl Lindstrom, and we got more battling side-by-side action happening between Larry Bell and the 43. Hunter Bogdan is remaining on the bottom here. Along right behind them is going to be the 72 of Daniel Rupick Jr. And the fight just keeps continuing between this top 15 to top 10 cars here. As you got the 32 of Tom and now Jones kind of handling business here for the 9th and 10th positions as he still got the fights to be had right behind him. And right behind him is going to be that double zero, Michael Reeves, Hunter Bogdan in the 86. And let's make sure, guys, man, this gets wrapping up so quick. Make sure we got enough good sound up in this. There we go. Yeah. Make sure we're hearing all of these cars ripping around this track right now. And we got positions happening up toward the front. Raymond Hardina making his move, going up to 3rd position now, setting his sights on the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. But Zimmerman, he has gained on the leader. Oh, my goodness. The 48 just kind of checks out, right? Now the 28 has found himself some magic on the high line, but he's bringing Hardina along with him. which is all good, all glory right there, right? But here comes Trevor Baxter along he's in the 20. So here is this fight now. All of a sudden has happened in front of us. A 12 of Byron Gay. He's going to go to the bottom, get out of this fight. He's like, no way, thank you, I am out. But the 48s try to hold on to the race lead. Zimmerman is now on the attack, and he's bringing the 87 of Raymond Hardina right along with him. Man, the action has yet to stop here at Bristol, as you got a possible fight happening for that, basically for the lead and on back here, as now they're single filed out. They seem like something was starting to brew there, but let's jam through the pack. We're back in 10th position now. Ronnie Morrison, Hunter Bogdan, Michael Reeves, and then we got Chris Carroll in the 18. He is in the 15th position, working his way through the field, started toward the rear of the pack, and now he's trying to sort it out. Oh, contact to the 72 as 72 just wasn't clear as he gets into the fence there, straightens it out, and they continue to roll on. Oh, that's good. That was close, too. The 44, Tom's falling back. Yes, Tom is off pace. Carl Lindstrom, same. Those guys are going to have to do some adjustments on their cars to get themselves back up in the fight. Speaking of fight is starting to pick up between the 28 and 48. 28's finding his rhythm and rhyme. Now he's just looking for the reason. As we're going to ride on board with the 28. 28 starting to work in a little bit closer to this lead. Get there, put pressure on him. You see two different styles of entries and exits when it comes to their approach of getting around this track. 28's taking that high road, getting that momentum. 48's cutting to the bottom and launching out, really sitting a lot on that right rear. But there's his big run right here. So how is he going to set this up? Well, he's running two separate lines right now. So as the two separate lines are moving, he's comfortable on the outside. So it's going to be a good pass for him. He's just going to have to stay off that fence and keep that momentum up, because he's got a lot of heat in his kitchen, and that's going to be Trevor Baxter. Baxter starting to close in ever so quickly. You look back from the 28, back at Baxter in the 20. 20 started to utilize that high line as well, but you have Raymond Hardina still trying to hold into the fight as he's remained in that fourth position where he started. It's a great run for Hardina in the 87 as these guys are going to start battling that tire wear, but this is a short run, so this will give them a good insight on what they're looking for at this longer run, coming up at us here in stage 2 for 60 laps in this one. Only 40 laps in this one tonight. But 60 laps coming up in stage 2, so you get a chance to kind of baby step themselves on their grip levels. Right now you're looking at the 48 trying to remain, wiggles off by the 28. He just planting the power as we got clustered. What's starting to form up here. 69er Ronnie Morrison taking the high road with the 43 Larry Bell working the bottom. The 86 Hunter Bogdan is going to rip the outside exit. Does get to hold there. He's going to put himself beside the 43. Now you work in the outside line, going to get that momentum off, and he's going to bring Chris Carroll right along with him. As the 43 is staying committed to this bottom line at the moment, but a big run off with the 18. 18 almost ran him over there, as 43 may need to think about changing of that line and start utilizing the other sides of those tires. As just as we're doing that, he says it. Look at this. Now he changes his line, going to the outside now. These guys can go side by side. Carroll's still looking for the pass, going to look for the slide job up and out, staying off the wall. It does, and he's gone. All right, position cleared as you guys are a little single filed out. The 69er, Ronnie Morrison, trying to move himself into that, a little further inside that top 10, and the 77 is trying to maintain his net position. We got, almost a 3-wide action happening. 18 has hit the afterburner, as this 18 car is on fire, starting to fly through. Oh, we got contact! Caution is out. We were just seeing that outside of our view. Look this thing over, and we've seen a hook, line, and sinker. I believe that was by the 00, possibly, as we're going to low and slower. Yeah, it's a hook, line, and sinker. As the 00 gets loose off right there, as we've seen now. Let's wind it back just a second. And that's another thing, and this is a lot of wheel. They're creating a lot of wheel into this thing. So he got a lot of wheel turned in. He's getting some air taken off his nose there. Tail's going to come around, quick snap. He's going to go, boom, just a kiss to the bumper. That's all it needs. It's going to take. Straightens out the 00. 00 is like, yeah, it's cool. But he's like, dang it. My bad, dog. But the 43 just takes a blind side out of nowhere, and he gets every little last bit of it. So, unfortunate business happening there, and a quick caution out for the 43 and the hook, line, and sinker action. All right, let's get back to live and see exactly where we're at. Now, I'm excited to go to caution or to go to our first break, but I think I may save it because found the epic of all soon to be had movies. All right, that's coming out soon. Super stoked. Don't want to give it away. Yeah, that's all I want to say. 48 is going to be pitting, so we're looking at possible strategies to be had here. So 48's pitting. That's what I was kind of looking at as we were ranting and raving about the end of stage 1. So 5 laps left, remain 4 lap quick shootout. So I'm imagining that you're going to possibly see Banks, these guys right here. So the 2 leaders, more or less, they're going to come and get their tires, get their 4 fresh feel goods and some go-go juice, some digital go-go juice, and get back out there because, take her easy, I guess, right? Don't worry too much about stage points, but position themselves to win this race at the end, which is some starting positions for stage 2, controlling this thing and manhandling it. As what we've seen last week, just in case you missed it, go back and watch Darlington. Don't worry, it's not even a long race because it went green the entire time, not one caution, and we are on the almost same pace, but we did have that quick hook, line, and sinker as we almost made it to stage 1. So we are going to do a quick, short, gone in 60 seconds style of run here to the line to end of stage 1. Points. Baxter and Johnson, great thinking here as we're going to get after it. Baxter off to a nice smooth start along with Johnson. These guys are going to try to manhandle their positions at the moment here, maintain what they have. They only got a few laps here to hold what they got, get the positioning. These guys back here, this is where the fight's going to go down. Oh, sideways, 83, Carl Lindstrom holding on to it. Oh, still go, yellow out. So that is going to... So he locked it down, but I thought we were going to get to the line, so that will end us for stage 1, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the top 10 as these guys get lined up, and we'll kind of let it ride from there. All right. Let's get rid of this dude. Okay, Trevor Baxter leading the way. Steve Johnson, second position. Third position going to be Chris Carroll in the 18. Fourth position, Garrett Wiles in that, fourth position. Fifth position, Kyle Wellman. In the sixth position, Hunter Bogdan in the 86. This Stoney Brenfield. Seventh position, hey, Stoney, what's up, dog? In the 75. In the seventh position, eighth position, Brian Zimmerman. Ninth is Banks, so he's got points. And Paul De Niro, 96, is round at your top 10. So that's going to set us there as Trevor Baxter leading the way, and they are going to be taking their tires and going around for it. So let's get us out of here, take us a quick break, be back here in just a moment.
Miles per hour, last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch, already in pursuit.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand. because there's no going back.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Green for stage 2 as we have Johnson out in front. Great launch for him, along with Chris Carroll sitting nice and pretty in that second position. So good start for everyone, at least thus far, as we still have a nice little cluster going down over here. Heck yeah. 2 lines to be had, to be up in first and second, but every line to be had back here. 28 of Brian Zimmerman on the bottom. Garrett Wiles, 926, trying to get a piece of it. Ronnie Morrison moving forward in the 69er. Heck yeah, but they're stacked up all kinds. 44 of Kyler McCarthy's trying to make his presence known, and the 77 of, whoa, no, Garrett, he stacked that line up all kinds. And 32, nowhere to go. Everyone back there trying to hold on. Hold on. Ripping past here right now. Got this cluster. This is danger. Danger! Danger right here, but it continues as here comes Dylan Banks in the 48. Uh-oh. Spoiler alert. 48 on the outside with the 42 now of Kyle Wellman. Wellman, welcome up front, bud. Welcome. He's like, it's nice to be here. It really is. You know, a little less traffic. Yeah, you know, a little less noise. Got it. Now here comes he's out. Speaking of less traffic and less noise, let's see if I can send her out here for a little less aero problems as well, as we're going to side by side for the battle, for the race lead, as Carroll got the race lead from Johnson. Johnson's melted back into the pack now, as we got a side by side battle happening for the race lead, and the 48 gets her done. 18's going to take that high line, drive off and out. It's going to be the 48. He gone. Carroll's going to hold suit here. We do have a different style of run on tires. So some of these tires are off and on. But, you know, again, we're going to see how this portrays its 28! Trying to hold on to it! No! Oh! Caution! Out! That's gotta hurt. I don't care what sim you're in. Let's look it over. Oh, goodness. Slow down. So we've seen that loose off with the 28. See, new tires, coat, you know, all of that. They're trying to, and the 28 was fast, too, man. He had himself a hot rod tonight. He still does. He got that vacuum car in a holler, but it's about when he's going to try to get there. The 69er, Ronnie Morrison, he got a good dig on the bottom. But see, off the top, as we allowed a lot of wheel there. Power down. He comes across. He almost saves it. Gets a clip by the 87. Just couldn't get checked up enough in time. Still goes for the save. He's just cranking all kinds of wheel here. Like, I got it. Oh, no, I don't got it. Stop, everybody. Stop. Oh, it's going to hurt. Boom. And it does. And who main culprit there is going to be... Oh, and then the 4, Tanner Marr. He just couldn't get a road and slowed up either. So let's back that one up. I don't think it was, no, 44. Yeah, he got into it. He got a piece. Got some bumpers off there. Oh, man. 72 trying to get slowed up by then. So I'm thinking it was, so that's a 96 of Paul De Niro. Just, again, nowheres to go. And these guys will get all caught up in it. Dang. So, again, that's short tracking. You know, classic right there. Classic short tracking. As you got... Now, here's the other thing is, too, it's so easy to go lap down here, and once that happens, that just destroys your race. Because not only you stuck back in traffic now, but you're also don't know who you're fighting for that lucky dogger and all of that. So, you know, there's just so many, you know, bad things that happen here at Bristol, and that is definitely one of them. Make sure we got some some sound up this thing here. I'm looking at my bars, man. I want to make sure they're all jumping nicely as we're going to try to go back green. So we got a couple cautions in us thus far in tonight's race here. One in stage one, one at the end of stage one, and beginning of stage two. So let's just see if this is just like a storm. It'll blow over, and we get back to racing. We got them double filed up. We're trying to get some, and oh, dang it. See, if I could, there's always housekeeping to be done here, and this is one of them. It's not 95 race fans. It is lap 100. Give me one moment as you see stuff just disappear. Hey, all right, we fixed now. We're good. All right.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green. All right, there. I like green, dude. Let's go. Banks off to a good start. Good launch. Gonna gap the field. Carroll's gonna be there. Ronnie Morrison on the bottom gets Woden slowed up. See the 87 of Raymond Hardina. He's gonna take advantage of it. He's gonna utilize that outside momentum here. Swoop up. Oh, wow. That was an aggressive high to low by the 69, 87. And those guys, again, you got to be careful of those. Ooh, some juking and jiving up into front here. And I'm scared to look what's going to happen if I get a little further back. That's a 20 car. Trevor Baxter trying to rock through the field here. 77, Matt Jones looking good up in that sixth position. Ooh, loose off there. Need to heat them tires up. Watch that wheel in as we got battle happening. Chris Carroll and the 87 Raymond Hardina. Hardina in the 80, working the bottom line here. Now that's he clears. 69er Roddy Morrison wants to back up into this mess. And Banks is just checking out. He's like, y'all can continue and keep this up. But this is a battle for that second position between the 69er Roddy Morrison and the 87 of Raymond Hardina. Oh, contact! And woo, baby! Hold on to her. 87 is going to take a little to the right front there, slows his roll just enough to pop him into that hole right there. Lucky for him, but unlucky for some of the other guys that checks up their momentum and their progress. One car trying to balance his roll and his ride as he is in that 5th, 6th position. Carroll kind of backing up ever so slightly, losing some speed. 87 is going to kind of maneuver around the 20s now. Trevor Baxter, he's looking for a runoff here. He can't get the plow or planting. You see that right rear kind of step out on him there on exit, and now he's looking for that hole. He's going to have one up, but he's still working that extreme bottom line, looking for that 18 or watching out for the 18. So it looks like he's still giving him that gap, assuming that 18 is going to have that fat run off. So 20 doing a good job maintaining and manhandling that bottom lane here. Super tough, keeping it tight to the bottom here and rolling with these boys up here in the front. So good run here, and he's starting to gain. Here comes the 87 of Hardina, and the 69 going to go top. Oh, and we got trouble amidst here, and we have 926 Garrett Wiles around, along with, I believe, Chummy Miller, who's involved in this one as well. Uh-oh. All right, slow her down. So contact. 926 can dive around here. So we haven't really seen any single car incidences quite yet. This could possibly be our first-ish. Well, no, we've seen that one hook, line, and sinker. That's right. So here he comes off. You see that? Yeah, I see the right rear is already stepping off. So, lifts out. He's going to try to hold on to it. Gotta hold on! And he is. He's holding on to it for the 00 donuts, dude. Just dipping the donuts in the milk right there as they collide. And splashdown for the oh, that looks like the H just bystander there as he just takes the wrong door. He goes high instead of low. You know how it goes. But yeah, so loose off. Up to another caution. And another break. Be back here in just a moment.
There's something wrong.
Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Yes! Yeah!
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are under caution, but yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to really commentate on our movie premiere one that we just did here for Tron Ares. Super stoked for that one. I think it's going to be, outdo Top Gun Maverick, absolutely. But of course, so when it comes to superheroes, I think I'm going to be lining myself up with the Thunderbolts. I really am. I mean, that seems like my class, my characters right there. Absolutely. Call me Captain Tron. We got you. All right, speaking of got you, we got you on a green flag start. Dylan Banks leading the way. Ronnie Morrison in the 69er. He going to hold down in the second just for a second, but Raymond Hardin is going to get a good launch. Clear him up, clear him down, and they're luckily they're not all around as Chris Carroll. He got that fourth position on hold for a moment, but these guys are going to fight for it. Here we go. We got a battle. We got to fight. 75er of Stony Benfield, top 10er of stage one, trying to continue that mad pace. As finds itself on the bottom here, escapes the madness, and lines up behind the one. And Steve Johnson just figuring out his program here. He got a big run off here. He's going to launch underneath the 77, pass him like he's standing still. He said, later. 77 might run it. No, I was like, maybe we're going through the same thing, but the one just had too much for him right there on that one. And Kyle Wellman, 18, Carroll. Wellman, wild man, trying to look to get a little wild. He needs to get up on this wheel and get this thing up toward the front as he is. Working a different high line, top line. You see these cars all over the track, searching for grip, searching for speed. One car, Johnson, now he thinks he's going to go for another. Yep. Whoa, wiggles off. Big wiggles off right there. Is he going to... Good contact to the wall. We're going to run along with Kyle Wellman. Tripods in a wild. One car. Johnson. Yo, baby. Just wheeling the heck out that one. That was miscoded. Oh, not enough. Boom. Up in the wall again. Just a little clipper to the fence. That's all it takes. 18 now. He kind of stuck in the middle of all of this fight right here. Is Carroll. He's like, ay. I don't know what to do. It's like, he's battling hard right now. Maintain, handle it. Let these guys wear him down. One finally clears there, but Wellman is still looking to get past here. Here comes Wellman on the run. Then we're going to see different tire strategies are starting to show up now. As you see the 42 underneath. Got the 20 of Trevor Baxter trying to march their way forward here. Or at least maintain. Same with the rest of these guys. Everyone kind of single filed out now. 83, 28 now. Let's go back to 20. Oh, wait. We just had more cluster. You know what's happening up here. Oh, heck yeah. 20 of Trevor Baxter still in this thing. He's trying to make a showing here. Absolutely. So this is the battle of sixth and seventh positions here. Baxter trying to roll it forward. 42 of Wellman. They're going to go side by side. This is the battle, but we have more business to be handled as we have the 96. He is going to go door to door with Carroll. And the business continues in the 72 of Junior. Rupik Jr. is right behind the 44. Close combat between the 77 and 44. Going to go on board with the 77 as he is under all kinds of fire right now. Got a stacked car. Whoa, that was close. That was a 44 up to the door, knocking on that note. Now makes the pass, but that's going to bring the 72 up, the 83. So 77 maybe look to be struggling, and he has definitely put a little cork in the flow of traffic. Again, different tire strategies, and the one that seemed to be found in the right combo is going to be that 48 of Dylan Banks leading the way, stepping it out now of over a second on Johnson. But Johnson is followed quickly by Raymond Hardina, who just will not let it go. He is sticking up here in this top 4, top 5, as you just seen Trevor Baxter now in the 20 car, working his way into the top 3 and searching, looking, and lurking for the next position, which is going to be Steve Johnson in the 1. Johnson Flight Services has flown his way up into that top 3 and trying to maintain altitude, but it does look like he can be about ready to be overcome by some traffic here. The 20 has really gained in.
The yellow flag is
we got a
out.
yellow flag out. Uh-oh, looks like it's trouble at the 77 camp. Okay, let's look this event over. Slowing it down. 83 and 77. I see the Napa Chevy on the bottom here. 83, 77. Look like we got a little clip action to the fence. 28 of Zimmy. Zimmy is look. Okay, so I'm just watching this whole. Okay, so that's up in front of the 32 and 44 contact to the 32 and 44. 44 is going to go around, so that's Kyler McCarthy going to go sideways. So this whole thing originates with the 32-44 contact by the 32 to the 44, then a little more contact to the 77 by the 28, and that's what takes the 77 into the fence. There he is. And the 28, those guys just kind of get mumble-jumbled up together, and that's how that goes down. So, ouch. Ouch, ouch. So all that started with the 32 of Tom there as, yeah, let's go back live. So we got some wounded soldiers and some leaders pitting. One of them is Dylan Banks. It's going to leave it open here. Lap 92. So this will be the end of stage 2. Short run. Banks is taking tires. He's going to flip this script here on the stage. So he's going to stay out when all these guys got to pit. So we'll put a few laps on his tires versus per se like Wellman, Carroll, all that. So in theory, he'll have the positioning, but he won't have quite the freshest of all fresh tires. But again, he's going to try to baby them, of course. Same thing with the rest of the drivers who may be flipping the script, which will be, whoa, we got some slowing of some rolling back here.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And we're going to stall it up.
Going green.
So we ain't ready yet. Again, the driver's just trying to get into positions, find the positioning. Because we had cars that pitted for damage, cars that were flipping the stage. So that does kind of get jumbled up back there, and they got to make sure you get it all squared up. There we go. Okay, good little, quick little sprinter. Not even that, man. I mean, we're talking. This is a light the fuse hit M80 and run, because we got Wellman and Steve Johnson leading the ways. Johnson on the bottom. He's going to look for the launch off. We got one more lap around, and we're going to drop kick this pace car and get us this stage 2 finish. So he's going to get us some points there. Then we got the long and infamous stage 3 ahead of us. But in all actuality, this has been flying by pretty quickly. Fewer cautions than last year, absolutely. So we got everyone doing pretty good work out here on track tonight. Absolutely. Yep. All right. Johnson going to take the bottom lane. Wellman on the outside. Let's look for a good jump. Good jump. Good jump by the both. So 42 stick pretty much with the one. One got a decent start. 18. He's going to try to maintain his positioning for these last few laps, giving himself a decent start. As we got the 72 of Daniel Rupik Jr. now find himself in top 5. 86 of Hunter Bogdan. trying to get forward. The 4 of Tanner Marr got himself in a little bit of contact of not of his doing, still out there with a little bit of a busted car. Going to wait to maybe get that replaced until the end of this stage. Holding on to it. We got a possible 3 wide action happening. Stuck in the middle with June. No, not quite yet, but these guys are just doing what they can as we look forward here. Carl Lindstrom now going for the points, baby. Heck yeah, he is. As we got Johnson leading, Kyle Wellman's there, but we have a huge battle for the 4th position. Carl Lindstrom, the 48. Oh no, he's all up in the mix of this thing. The 20 car as well of Trevor Baxter, 3 wide. 18's gonna hang out to dry on the outside. 48's gonna follow in suit. These guys are gonna try to rip through the field, get their points, and hold on to their track positionings as well.
Yellow flag is out.
That is the end. No, it was not. That was a crash. Raymond Hardina in the 87. It's like we almost made it, but that will end stage. So the contact straight up into the 72. Like, I don't know, he thought he was clear or gonna be clear, or I don't know, but he went straight at the track into the 72. Contact. Ow. Definitely on Hardina there. And we got possible more contact on track here. Oh no, we're good. Double checking. So this will end stage. Yes, this will end stage. Okay. So let's like that. All right, go over the top 10 and who's going to get the cheddar today, who's getting the points. So, no, maybe not Wellman. So, okay, I don't know. Steve Johnson, Kyle Wellman and Steve Johnson, but I think it's going to be Steve Johnson taking that P1. 2 is going to be Baxter. 3rd is going to be Dylan Banks. Ronnie Morrison 4th. Paul De Niro is 5th. Chris Carroll 6th. Garrett 7th. Ryan Zimmerman 8th. Hunter Bogdan 9th. And 10th, I believe, is like Tanner Marr. So again, I'm not sure. These unofficial results kind of thrown at me here, but we're going to take ourselves a quick break. Be back here for the start and the final stage of tonight's race.
It's time to move on. To bring up a new generation. To open new horizons.
We are ready to go on.
New mission awaits.
This can be more dangerous than you think.
We cannot go back. This is our destiny. We belong.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Stage 3 underway. Green all kinds. Good launch by Dylan Banks and Trevor Baxter, 1 and 2. Steve Johnson now going to follow up into that 3rd position. Ronnie Morrison 4th. Paul De Niro is in that 96 in that 5th position. Brian Zimmerman and Kyle Wellman will start with our first battle. 28 of Brian Zimmerman on the outside with a 42 of Wellman working the bottom, but here comes the outside of Garrett. Garrett working that exit and getting that momentum. 42 still pinning himself down there on the bottom. Going to be doing these are tire runs here now, so maintain your tire wear. So super crucial here in tonight's race, but it seems like that upper to mid upper groove is what's been the most fan favorite from drivers, at least in tonight's run. You see Tanner Marr working his way, trying to work his way through traffic. Mac Jones, ooh, here's a nice cluster here of racing. Love clusters of racing, guys. Absolutely. The 18, Chris Carroll. Underneath the 72, Daniel Rupek Jr. Watch out for that fence on exit. It's so tight on exit. And then you see these cars have already stepped out with, putting a lot of wheel input in on that. Contact between the 75 and, more contact, and boom, into the fence they goes. So we were just looking over this as it was unfolding. So this could be some aggressions here at its finest. I'm loving it. All right, slowed it down here. 75 is going to do the dive bomb to a superhero landing. Right? Oh, 77 comes. So he's working the bottom here. Comes across his nose. Gets loose. Saves it. Good save by the 77. So kind of maybe fighting for the same real estate there. Not sure. And no, 77 was still loose off. Then comes down into the 75. So maybe just a fight of same real estate, two exits. That shows two styles of exits off, and they came together at one point, and that's what unfolds at times here at Bristol. Well, I mean on any track, honestly. Banker's still leading the way. Look at our tower. There we go. Give us an idea of where our drivers are standing. Speaking of that, let's look at our schedule since we do have a moment and keep everyone up to date on what's next. Bam. Okay, so we are somewhere down around Bristol, April 11th. Yes, there we are. So we're not back here till April 25th. Take a couple weeks off for the Easter break here. And then we're back. We're going to upshift, baby. Yeah, let's grab some tall gears. Talladega, Super Speedway, and then Texas, then Kansas. It's funny how we did this. This is NASCAR. We're following NASCAR's schedule right here, everyone. So they did 3 short tracks, then 3 big ones. Oh, this is fantastic. I love it. So, it just, I guess it gets you into your short track in mind frame and keeps you there for a minute. So, but and what a race we had at Darlington. Darlington was a great race. And again, the guys are still putting down some amazing battles. And, a few cautions. It happens. It's Bristol. But at least it's not that wreck fest, whatevers. But now that I say that, I should be knocking on some damn wood around here. There we go. Okay, now that we say that, though, we're going to double file it up, and I just got really nervous. And I'm not why, but maybe I just found that crystal ball, and I'm like thinking maybe calling this thing out like, oh, no, did I just screw up? Yeah, but no. We're going to have an awesome race. We got just 7 cautions. Well, actually, we only have 5 cautions. Yeah, so 2 cautions for the stages, 5 for car incident. We're going to go green one more time. Oh. Botch start by the 69. That's going to check up that entire line. And that's going to create, and that's why I'm going to jump back here, because this is where all that energy is going to surge. That's surging forward and surging back at the same time. So it looks like we're getting it sorted out here as we got some go-fast movers. The 87 showed some strength. He's now mired back in traffic, so he's going to have to find his way through traffic, but smartly. And that's not smartly, as he gets a good piece of the wall there. And we got Ronnie Morrison sideways on exit with the 4-car Tanner Marr holding his breath there on as hoping these two didn't come together. The 69er is going to go ahead and get that launch up with the 69 or with the 926. Right behind him, the 4-car is kind of stalled up on the bottom. Doesn't get that runoff that he needs. Getting closed off there on his exit. So the 4-car Tanner Marr, he's just kind of stuck down there, and we're going to have these guys kind of rotating the outside until he finds a good hole to jump up into. But again, then by that time your tires are going to be changing. Guys will be fighting for the bottom again. But we do have Tanner still working this inside line. He's going to have a little bit of a chance here. He does. Let's see if he's going to remain on the top. No, I'll go to the top. He does. He goes to the top, right. So we're seeing where this race pace needs to be here. Banks is now followed closely by Trevor Baxter to a class of the field here. Was wondering if this was going to happen tonight. These guys go toe-to-toe, and I'm like wondering, what, you stupid? Something? Come on. No way. Oh, we have nose to nose here, but we have I hear metal grinding on the wall back here. So it's hard to keep all this into focus as we got battle. Oh, the 87 loose off. We have more guys grinding fence right here up in the 18's perspective of Carroll and the 69 of Morrison. Morrison, he tried to keep everything on this car now. Boom, another little clip slice and against the fence he goes again. He just had himself a hell of a ride right here with the 69. Let's go for it. Whoa! Uh-oh, and we have, I believe, a battle for the race lead. We do. 48, under attack now. Here comes Trevor Baxter. Baxter with the run. Crossover, goes to the bottom. Going to try to get up the track. Banks doesn't give him the exit. On board, Trevor Baxter in the 20. 20 looking to take the lead. 48's been controlling most of tonight's race. Baxter's been mired in traffic, working his way ever so patiently and methodically through the field, has now found his time to shine, and it is in perfect timing, as this is the longest and the last stage to be had. So get up here, collect your control methods of the race. Good, fresh, clean air. Oh, yeah. So then to just put it on cruise control. We're going to high line. Banks now throwing the block of air in front of him. So now he's not getting that grip off he needs. He's just going to ride around. And we got contact, and contact. It's like Kyle Wellman has crashed, it said. Okay. Let's check it out. We heard a lot of beating and banging back here, so 69's up against the wall there. Bounces. Oh! That was all Ronnie Morrison right there. All Ronnie, all day. Right here. There it is. So, yeah, he was, and we were riding on board with him earlier, and he just struggling. I see him. Boom. Into the fence. Too much. Boom. And then he comes down. Just bounces off him right into Garrett. Or not Garrett, but the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Garrett was right. Oh, in front of him. That's right. Oh! Just. Ow! Then pancakes to the wall. Dang it. Zimmerman leading the way, and we got guys. Strategies are being thrown down. So let's look over our stages once again here, since we do have ourselves a little bit of a moment. Format. There we go. So Pitwin does 110, 120 laps. We're at the ish. Yeah, we're there. If it stays green, you don't need fuel from here. Close, green light checker style everything, but I'm sure we're not done with cautions quite yet. Okay, so we do have a moment. Take a quick break back here for the drop of another green flag.
Welcome to the land of big-time natural beauty and intermittent cell service. Here, cowboys drink Cabernet, farmers surf the breaks, and everyone breaks for roosters. It's a wide open and welcoming place. But that's not to say we don't have any hidden secrets. Welcome to the land of truly living, with a million things to do. Or not. Slow Cow, where life's too beautiful to rush.
So, with
Snow White and everyone coming up here soon, but we have ourselves more impressive business to be had out here on track. And more contact, and this is how it's gonna be. Big crash. Boom! More contact. Let's see. So the first one, I don't know. We were just, like I said, just getting green here. And I want to say possibly the 42-ish, maybe. I mean, he got a piece of it, something fares. Okay, so 926 gets loose, 72. So that's where it was. So it was a 926 Garrett Wiles. Come on. Yep, there it is. Okay. So here it looks like checkup. Big cluster. You know what's right here between some pretty fast hot rods. 83s in the mix. Donuts is there. 48. Cake Eater. Trying to show Donuts how to bake. Loose off there by 00. Oh, and then so possibly contact there by the 72. 72 gets into the back of the 926. It looks like. Let's try to get a better look here. A better view. Okay, so 3 wide is who's going to go where right now. So obviously we're stalled up here. We're not going to have the type of speed that we would normally be running. Comes to 44. Looking okay, yeah. So he just steps out on his own. So just loose off, too much wheel, gets in that gas, puts down too much of that power. And I mean, it's easy to do in a Chevy, having all kinds of power at your disposal. And then from there, I believe it just kind of checks up the rest of all of this. So how yeah. So then that's why the 72 comes up. Yeah, so 72 gets all kinds involved here. In the middle of it, nowhere to go. So 2 actually separate incidences here. That was the 86, kind of, and the 72. 72 looked like a self-clear to the 86. Yeah, so we would have been fine if. But again, it could have been a reaction to what he was seeing here of Garrett getting sideways. So he's already up high. No contact there, I don't think. Nope. Nope. Good launch off. Real close, tight combat. So maybe he sees him going. I don't know. So he just kind of hooks up in front of the 86, 42, and that's just a collision right there. Just classic LA stuff. Boom, boom, boom. You blink and it's over. And lots of contact to a bunch of drivers. 77's back in it again. Sometimes just nowhere to go to get out of this. Oh, shoot. And I believe we are green once again. Yes, we are. Sorry, we're all going over the record all in depth, and we're missing out on the good stuff. 28's now out in front. Brian Zimmerman, he showed him some speed in the beginning of the race tonight. And now he's in that preferred spot, clean air, but not for long. Here comes Trevor Baxter, going to go side by side with the 28 for the lead. 28 is going to rotate on the bottom. 28's a little high to the outside. Maybe gets a little piece of the fence, but does get the arc off. Going to continue to drag race this guy and not giving up here. Side draft right here. This is a battle, and we got sideways. We saw a hook, line, and sinker, another one, to the 96 of Paul De Niro. De Niro or something. So let's just rewind this one back, I believe. Oh, no, we have it right here. Sorry. Didn't see it. Okay, slowing it down. Whew, looks like 18 ducking from 48. It's going to slow his roll. Yeah, then he comes up into the 4. And the 4 comes back down into the 96. Hard to say. Maybe some contact to back to some contact. So, see the real speed. Bink. Bink. So maybe got him loose, and he kind of wobbled up the track right in front of the 4 car who was there. And that brings down another caution. Okay, make sure all of our stuff's going okay here. How is that possible? Why does that keep doing that? I'm having a problem with stage 3 and its sound because for some reason it keeps muting the cars, and I'm not sure why, because I had this thing all golden earlier. So my apologies on not being able to hear the go fast. Come on! That's the best part! Under caution once again. So we're into about a 100-lap run. They will click off quick. Very quick. Bristol. And Baxter is leading the way. 20 car. 28 of Zimmerman. Going to give her all she's got, Captain. Along with the 18 of Carroll. Now with these cautions, I'm kind of wondering, will we see all these guys kind of rotate back to the same strategies on tires? Everyone have about the same trend of tire here, which we can look at that info. Well, we are getting ready to go green, so we'll look at that info here in just a second. Oh, we got one more lap around. Okay. So, stint length, there it is. So 16 laps, some of them are just coming out. Zimmerman.
Green flag,
here we
green
go.
flag.
Okay, green once again, Trevor Baxter. Great jump. And he's going to take full advantage. Oh, contact between the 20 and the 48. They're going to go 3 wide now for second position. 48 showed some muscle to get to that front. He does. He had to get there in a quickness. And we got, caution back out once again. And that was going to be the 926 of Garrett and possibly the 83 of Carl Lindstrom. Oh, this is not going to end pretty, everyone. I'm just saying. Okay, so Garrett got himself loose. Oh, no. Sorry, we already seen this one. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, this is it. So he's back in it again. Garrett just got himself into a wreck. But, so I believe it's Daniel Rupek and Carl Lindstrom. Let's... No, so it's definitely going to be the 83. Let's just try to rewind it back from the 83. Get us a decent insight here on what happened. Oh, 86 and the 83. Boom, 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 boom. And then the 83 is just a pinata, So that's going to be the 86 on the 86 on that one. So it shows, because there's so many other cars who gets involved in these things, it doesn't quite lock it down to who started it. Oh, yeah, 86 ran him over. Boom! Oh! I hate to laugh at anyone's pain, but that's the pain of frustrations there, as we were back under caution once again. Ouch! So this is where the frustrations are going to start to play their ugly face in tonight's race. Got 2 laps left, I believe, until we go green. Back here in just a moment.
Miles per hour, last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
looking for something. Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Front Row Esports 2025 Cup Series at Bristol is coming to an end, but not without fireworks. Oh, no, you are crazy, because we got Trevor Baxter about ready to light the fuse and get himself up in the front, but the 48 is going to challenge back on the outside. Here comes the battle of the evening. Oh, and it's going to end in a catastrophe as the 48 is around, and they're both sliding up. Oh, we're not going to see even more contact.
The yellow flag.
Yellow flag is out, and woo! Gloves are off now, baby. Oh goodness, this is a lot right here. I love it. Okay, so let's get back to Baker's here, as he just got his cake, all kinds, crushed here. Yep. So this thing. Where are you at? Here, hold on. Oh, so is it going to take us all the way back here? It doesn't make no sense. Shoot. Dang it, it is. So let's try to go to here then. Nope. And now I lost my spot here. Dang it. I hate it when, sometimes when these cautions come out like this, it messes up my stuff. So let's see if we can just try to fast forward, I guess. Should have just rewound it. Anyways, so we're going to go side by side here. Battle for the lead. And contact, big contact here, as we're going to just let it shoot out from here once again. So good launch by the 48, as you see here. 20 is going to generate a good runoff here and get that momentum. Takes that bottom to you know, good exit out. Stick it on his bumper. Now he's going to take that middle line, get that arrow on his nose, keep that thing to get that thing to keep turning. Does keep the momentum up, and still keeping the momentum up. Now he gets arrow blocked here, so he's 48's really working his rearview mirror, and 48's going to go back to the bottom. 20's going to go around the middle of the track there. Try to get that run off. Does. Now sees that open up. He gets underneath him now, kind of juking him there. And then we're going to go side-by-side battle. The 48's going to go back down, and then it looks like the 20's going to come up. The 48 gets into the 48, sends him sideways, this boat check up, and this is what happens. Catastrophe, because now he's just trying to hold on to it. But, and then, oh, my goodness. TKO to the 77. Oh, man. We gotta watch this one. Sorry, Matt. We gotta roll on board this one. TK open the 77. I hope you got your seatbelts tight, because you're riding on the 77 as we are green once again. But we gotta see this TKO. This is just ouch, 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 ouch. And then he comes out here, and then everything's gonna like he's off the throttle and boom! All right, back green again, and everyone's now jostling for position and get back into that flow and that smooth rhythm of things if they can find it. Brian Zimmerman has found his way back out to the front. Steve Johnson is in that second position. Hardina is now in third spot, up one position. So trying to hold on to that top five, doing a great job. Kyler McCarthy, who has yet to find his. Oh, good. Now he found contact in the 18. 18's going to go to the wall, and that is going to destroy his right front. And the caution is out once again. Debris on the track, more cars sideways. Oh, my goodness. This is when Wreckfest 2000. And now Lindstrom is also in it, too, so there's catastrophe happening all over this track. So he just gets loose off. Maybe gets a push by the 86. I'm not sure what happened here for but Carroll. So we'll wrap this back. Jeez. Okay, so 44 gonna super bomb this and then he just comes racing up. 18 throws the block or the hammer down on the 18, sends him up into the wall, takes huge chunk, and then the 83 he ends up going around, but to kind of throw out that caution, but the 18 saved it, so that would have been the 18 that worked out for him in his favor. Let's see if we can have anything to get himself back up to the front. He's going to take that spare car and all that. Zimmerman still leading the way, but we don't know what happened to Banks and the 20 after they had contact. 20's moved his way back up to the top, inside the top 10 in 6th position. Banks is in 10th at the moment, and we have a shootout style of race maybe upon us if we keep getting a few more cautions here. They get inside the 50 lap to go, their tires will hold up, no problem for that. So, but we still have to maintain those, and again, when do you pull that last trigger of tires? When do you do that? Zimmerman's still leading the way. Johnson, 2nd position. Hardina now 3rd, trying to get himself podium spot. Dude, good job, Hardina. You, baby. 87 car looking freaking good this year. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Whatever you doing, my man Raymond, you keep it up, brother, because we can see it all kinds here on track. It's beautiful. Raymond Hardina have himself a good drive this evening. Again, just been fighting super tough throughout this thing, holding himself into that top 5, and he's doing so. 4th position mainly, now up into 3rd. He may have himself a win. Who knows? It's anybody's shot now. They got some laps left, but we do have them heavy hitters starting to pull back up into this thing. So we'll see. All right, we're about to go green. Johnson leading the way. Oh, I'm sorry, Zimmerman leading the way.
Green flag.
Zimmy off to a decent start here. Johnson going to stay right there in tow. He's going to have the momentum. They're going to go side by side for the race lead. Does not clear. 87 is going to sit there on the bump. The 44 of McCarthy. You see he had the contact with the 18 earlier. He has actually prospered because of it. And now he is in the 4th position. Running pretty tough. Baxter now, he's going to give him some contact, and around he goes. Boom! Oh, and then so does the rest of the field. Oh, the whole freaking board just lit up red. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we've seen that unfold right in front of our very eyes. So now we're going to slow it down just so we can take it in, So looking at the 20. 20 is going to send the 44 a little gift. He goes up into him right there. Gives him a little gift on exit. And then that 44, he is going to run with this gift. Watch this. He's going to use it to every last bit of his being as he stays right dead center in the middle of the track. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're blocked. Now everybody, full roadblock, baby. Douche. And let's take them all out. I mean, because we're going to put an 8 car and there goes Garrett. The 69, he's just trying to stop. And 48, he in it. Oh, 48's in it. So let's see here. So this is what happens when you get stuck in that traffic back there, right? in that danger zone. All right, so if he can make it through this, the 48's going to be singing, I went through the danger zone, right? Oh, all kinds nasty. Just, so we got contact and some beat up cars back here. Absolutely. That's a no-go situation right there. No-go for launch. Zimmerman still leading the way. Man, that pace car has a really good brake. She's that thing. Yeah, I want that on my freaking road car. All right, back under caution. 14th caution. So, shouldn't have said anything. Damn it. I knocked on wood. All right? I don't know why y'all looking at me all crazy. I did. I knocked on wood. I did. I thought y'all heard it. But at least my crystal ball's working. Figure. Woo! We thought we were going to have ourselves an awesome race. We still got one. Y'all thought you were going to get a little bored or something. I might stretch out, get a little redundant. Nope.
Green
Here we go. Green once again. Bad start by the 1. Going to check up the outside line. 4 is going to give him a little bump start. The 87. He's going to lurch it in there. He wants control of this race. He does not have it. Didn't get the bite he needed on the bottom. 48 is going to take her high to the outside. Trying to get the momentum. Try to stretch this thing out. Get away from these guys. That's what he's looking for. And the reason why he wants to get away from this, look at all. That's why. All right. Looks like it's going to be the 69er, Ronnie Morrison. Man. So he's going to go, oh, great. No. Not the 42 and 69. Do not put these two cars together. Don't. Nothing good comes out of it. I told you. Nothing comes out of putting those two cars together. Well, another caution comes out of it normally. So that was a launch up to ouch. Look over it one more time, then we'll take ourselves a little 10-4 breaker. Be back here for another chance at a green run here. Wow. Boom. Contact into the fence. All right, I will be back here in just a moment.
There's something wrong.
Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Summer, when we need a hero, look up.
I think I just smurfed my pants.
Please don't stop the music.
In Smurf Village, every day is a party. Every Smurf has a job, like Grouchy.
I hate having a job.
Influencer.
Smash that subscribe button.
And me, the coolest Smurf in the whole village.
Yep, isn't it grand living in a place where nothing ever goes wrong?
Oh no, something's wrong.
Everyone, listen to me. Your lives are in terrible danger. Smurf Village isn't safe anymore.
This July,
Come on, we gotta rescue Papa.
to save their world,
run away.
Let's go.
they must come to ours.
Whoa, where are we?
It's Paris.
Get out of the way.
Come on.
I'm Papa Smurf's brother. You Smurfs don't know Smurf.
All right, welcome back, Front Row Esports and their cup run at Bristol, and it is getting nasty out here, folks. Oh, man, is it. As we got a battle for the race lead. Brewing. One car of Steve Johnson staying in this fight on the bottom, or on the bumper of the 28, as Raymond Hardina trying to search for any kind of momentum here. He just can't seem to complete the pass. Has himself a pretty fast hot rod, now changes his line, as here comes Dylan Banks in the 48, who was just involved into that contact and caution, a pretty big one, like 2 cautions ago actually, has now found his way back up in to the top 4, but he's brought along his bestest buddy, the 20 of Trevor Baxter. Here these 2 cats come roaring back to the front. Tanner Marr right behind him. Tanner Marr trying to get himself a good top 10 finish as he in 6th position along with Hunter Bogdan. All these guys trying to make a little comeback action for the end of this race. Thus far, though, we have a possible good fight right in front of us here for this race lead. Johnson is kind of pacing himself. It looks as if the 87, these guys are going to maybe group together, team up, keep that 48 back there. It's kind of hard to make that pass underneath on the bottom if they all stay nose to tail like they're doing at the moment. So some good strategy happening here at the top of the field. Brian Zimmerman lead away. Johnson's trying to stay up there in line with them, and now Hardina, he's playing ball. But just as we see that, Johnson sees the attack and he goes for it. Open door momentum, but that's going to bring them door to door. He's going to stall up now, can't get that bite off. Going to go back up into the 2nd position. Thought he'd get a stab at it, but didn't quite get it past. But he was lucky to get back up in formation here and get single file, and they can make another run at it here a little bit later on. But he definitely knows now is not the time for that run. It's to get away from these 2 hot rodders right here, the 48 and the 20, who are approaching quick. Raymond Hardina seems to be just wheeling the heck out of this car. Let's take a ride on with Mr. Raymond Hardina. Woo! Little kiss to the fence. How you doing? Lots of love going to Bristol from the drivers here. I mean, lots of love. Look at that love that the one car just gave that outside fence right there. Maybe a little more. You see some sparks be flying. Oh, 48. Too much love there on the 48. So don't lean on her now. Don't lean on her. Okay? You want to go fast. Looking from the rear of Raymond Hardina in the 87. Great run for this cat tonight, man. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's some love. There's some love. Oh, there's some more love right there. As he has a really worked out throttle. But still, maintaining that high line is working out to his advantage. Same thing with Johnson and Zimmerman. They just can't seem to get that run to pass them, at least not yet. But Trevor Baxter and the 48 have gained. So the top 5 have closed in on each other. Everybody else kind of single filed out. So let's see if the roles of fierceness are going to reverse here. So I think it's about time for him to do so, and yes, it is. So the one's going to attack now. He's going to he wants to get that race lead. He wants to control this race pace. The 28 maybe slowing up, I'm not sure, but Zimmerman trying to control this race pace. It's just crazy how all this works out, is that how all the happenings and all the heat in the kitchen is in the middle of the field. But at the end of the race, this is where it all heats up, which is how it should be in any typical race. The middle, it's all fighting for all they can get, and at the end, the cream rises to the top, and then we're gonna see who's gonna get that cherry. Right now, Zimmerman's loving this fight that's going on behind him. He can just hit his marks, match his speeds, do his thing, try not to give Bristol too much love. Right? Because he really does like this outside. It's working nicely for him. Oh, we got a caution out. And it looks like it will be a car of Chummy Miller and Michael Reeves in Donuts, I believe. So, yeah, we got Donuts here. Donuts into the wall. Look at Reeves. Oh, so, yeah. Oh, what the heck? Ouch. Ow! 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 Damn! That's going to leave a huge mark. So, yeah, it starts with the 8 car of Miller. running by himself. So it's going to be a self-induced tragedy that's going to take the lives of other cars. So he just looked like he just missed his turn. I don't know what he just did there. Honestly, maybe he was trying to pit or something, or then he just hooks a right into the... That doesn't make any sense, but he just destroyed some cars right there. You're not going to have some happy drivers with him. So, looks like, slow it down. I don't know. Yeah, so locks him up right there. Maybe he was trying to shoot for the pits. So, yeah, he... And then, I don't know. And then... comes back. It almost looks intentional to Donuts there in a 0-0, but then it takes out. Oh, I think that was Stoney. Was that Stoney? Oh, it was Stoney? No, not Stoney, my man. Dog, come on. Hope you got a quick repair. You get back in there. All right, Simi leading the way. Back into caution. 45 laps left remaining in tonight's race. Where's your money at, folks? Come on. Come on, everyone. Where's your money at? Throw it up there. Let everybody see. See if you may call the right number. I'll look it over later. Promise. I don't know. I couldn't possibly tell you at this. I mean, Zimmy looking great right now, but there's a lot of heat in the kitchen, and there's a lot of drivers heated right now. So... I don't know. I mean, if Zimmy can just stay out of it, right? Just stay in front of it, he might be okay. But it's going to be all based on his restarts. So, I don't know. My favorites, I think Johnson. I want to say Johnson. And the surprise attack will be the 87 of Hardina. So, okay, that's my call. There we go. I'm going to go with the 1 of Johnson and the surprise attack of the 87.
Green flag, green flag.
We are green. Okay. Johnson, he's going to get that launch and underneath the 20. Ooh, 28 gets to the wall. Johnson gets to the lead. Followed by the 48. 48 and no, not the 20. 20's going to take a little bit of a fender rub there to that right front on exit. 48's going to get underneath them now. 48 has a massive drive underneath the 1. The 1's going to go for the high line and momentum. Stall him up on exit. 48 does get some decent grip off. Stays with them. Still going to work that bottom line. One car is going to get that momentum off. Scrapes the wall ever so slightly, but does clear the 48. Battle does continue. 48 looking low. Trying to get that run off. Gets up to him. Can't get it. Still going to work on him again. This is going to take a while. For the 1 car of Johnson now gets every bit of that wall on exit there, trying to keep his momentum up, keep the 48 at bay. Do not let him clear up. Cannot clear up. All right, that's what the 1 is trying to do. Keep him pinned down on his exit. That way he gets a good run there. The 48 keeps sticking with him. But again, this is all about just patience and consistency. Now he's going to try to dump some air in his face. That's going to disrupt his run. 48's going to come back up to his bumper. 1's car is now playing the defensive. 1 looks good on the outside. Looks good up there. Hopefully can just maintain that mid to upper line. Keep him pinned at bay. 1 car is doing everything he can. And there's a lot of laps still left yet to be battled for him to continue this. Can they continue this for another, 35 laps? I don't know. I mean, it's impressive. So let's take a ride on board the 48. 48 trying so desperately to clear, but just can't get there. The only thing they're gonna have to really go with is gonna be that tire wear. But here's it gonna be a huge difference. Now the 1's gonna jump back to the bottom, throw some air in his face, stall him up on his exit. Oh, bring him up to the wall. Now that the 48 tried to get to the outside. 1 kind of, I don't know, 1 say to the outside, you got him. Keep pinching him down. He's going to get the runoff right here. Drag race across the line. 48 almost had it there. Johnson going to rally back. This is such a great battle for the race lead. Scratches to the wall one more time. He really narrowed up that 1 car. Trying to keep her aerodynamic narrowed, and the 1 gets that runoff. continues. All right. So continues to run on the outside here. That's getting the momentum. Here comes a 48 back on another drive. Trevor Baxter still lurking in third position, just barely a second out. So once these guys really start to go side by side again, look for that 20 car to be right there nipping out the hills and bringing along some company as we see everything else kind of single filed. With a car going into pits at the moment here. I believe that was Tanner Marr, maybe calling it. This is the battle, and this is going to be the fight. 30 laps left remaining. Can the one of Steve Johnson hold off the 48 and the 20? 20 is just kind of maintaining, but is losing. Johnson driving the wheels off this thing. Took a right inside. This ought to be fun. Side-by-side battle continues. You're looking at his rearview mirror. 48's going to go low. He's going to get that power off. Keep him pinched down. Contact. Too much of that contact to the 48 knows that could drive him directly into that inside wall, which we've seen already tonight. So he has to do this pass, gingerly, but with perfect timing. One a little high there. He slipped up. He's back into the fence once again, utilizing every bit of this outside portion of the track, keeping that momentum up. 25 laps left remaining. Can the one car of Steve Johnson keep up this hellacious pace on the outside with the constant heat in the kitchen from the 48 of Dylan Banks? And Baxter seems to be falling further and further, and along with the rest of the field. So it does seem as if this is going to be the race, which it should again. Should be the leaders duking it out. But this time we have, one car way overdrove that thing. He got all kinds up into the wall. He's got to recover, regroup. He is. 24 laps left remaining in tonight's race. Can he hold them off? That is the question of this evening. One car has spent his time, a good amount of his time up in the top 5. And he's seen what it's like in traffic as well. So I think he's had time to get himself a little wiggle off there. He is all over the wheel of this car. Can he get this race win? I'm pulling for you, brother. I'm pulling for you. Here comes the one. 48's now pacing a little bit higher on the track. So utilizing that middle to upper lane. He's going to try something different. Try to get more of a runoff. Try to side draft and maybe pinch him up into the fence. He needs that runoff. He's just not getting it. So now he's trying to, turn his entry so his exit's different. So maybe he can power out at the right time and catch the one slipping. And the one is slipping. He's slipping all kinds into that wall. He's just trying to hold on. And what happened? Johnson's gone. Oh, no. One of two things. He had important baby duties that he has to take care of, because that's what happens when you're on baby duties. Or he lost some kind of internet or connection. But that is unfortunate. I think he would have held him off. I really do. But right now we got Banks leading, 18 laps left remaining in tonight's race. Now we've got a 3-second lead over Trevor Baxter, 4-second lead over Kyle Wellman, and then Raymond Hardina and Paul Denio is round out the top 5. Great run for you, Paul, for that 96. So there's looks like that's a team car of the 20. So the 20 and the 96 team car is getting a top 5 run for that team tonight. Great work for those guys in that camp. Fantastic. Zimmy still holding on to that top 10 as he was that race leader for quite the minute. Carl Lindstrom still trying to pick up some positions here. He's doing so, trying to stay in the hunt, in the points. These guys, Carl Lindstrom was just describing to me in the off week here on how he was really trying to focus on that end of the race run, getting those points, And thus far, he's done so. He's got some stage points for stage 2, and now possibly 3, or stage 2, I believe, and a good top 10 finish if he can maintain. So we got everyone up to, Tanner's out, Stoney, he's out. Oh, bummer. Donuts is out, Michael Rivas. So basically, we only have 9 cars left on the racetrack, or not left on the racetrack, left on the lead lap. Banks is going to go ahead and walk away with this one, as we are 12 to go with no fight in the near future for him. Everyone's super far back, as you see there, just falling back even further. So the only thing that's going to really spoil the day or ruin the day is going to be a caution, late stage caution. But it does seem like we have enough grip out here for these guys to keep these cars under control. So now Lindstrom's looking for the pass on Brian Zimmerman now. Just can't make it happen. Kind of getting stalled up right here. Looking for that 7th or 6th position here, almost inside that top 5. Should be really proud of his run if he can bring it home with a top 10, almost top 5 finish. Banks is about to do some lapping, some even more lapping here as he is approaching Carl Lindstrom and Zimmerman. Now that's going to be another good question. How little are these guys going to be? Or how non-cooperative are they going to be? There we go. Cooperation level is going to be really low to let this leader by. Being on the lead lap, want to finish on the lead lap, 5 laps left remaining. Will the leader push the issue, or will he kind of back off, knowing that he has a almost 5-second lead on the field? So we'll see if he rolls his slows his roll just ever so slightly, is because we near the end of tonight's race. Three laps left remaining. Does seem like he's going to let these guys duke it out and have their battle. Oh, but he does not want to be a wreck on the wreck. Bad place to be sometimes when these guys are fighting for a position in front of you and to stay on the same lap and inside the top 5, or for that, or inside the top 10. So if I was Banks, I'd let him have it. I have no jeopardy of losing anything. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing ride out. 83 just can't seem to get past it, but we are taking the white flag now. Dylan Banks leading the way. That battle is for that 6th and 7th positions. Ooh, contact to the wall here. White flag is out. Final lap for the 2025 Cup Run at Bristol. And Dylan Banks is your race winner. Heck yeah. Bankers, one more time. Cake eater, getting her done. You're going to go up there. Oh, looks like Johnson does make it back out there on track, giving some waves and his gratitude. But your race winner, Dylan Banks. 2nd position, Trevor Baxter in the 20. And rounding out your top 3 and podium is going to be the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Where'd he come from? Snuck in there for a 3rd place finish. How about that? As the 48 of Banks is going to burn him down. And while he burns them down, you see all the cars come out here for their photo shoot. Trevor Baxter in the 20 joins him in his celebratory burnouts. And now everyone's going to smoke, show, all kinds. Awesome. Guys, run their boys. All right, while they are burning down the house, it's Kyle Wellman there too. Let's look at the race results here. Unofficial race results for the evening, but official enough for us. Dylan Banks in the 48, your race winner. Second place, Trevor Baxter in the 20 car. Third position and podium is Kyle Wutman in the 42. Raymond Hardina, fourth position there. Good run for him. Run out your top 5 is going to be Paul De Niro. So good. De Niro is a new racer here and looked like he put on a pretty good show in that 96. 28 of Brian Zimmerman, 6th position. 83 of Carl Lindstrom, 7th position. 926 of Garrett Wiles, 8th. 9th is going to be Hunter Bogdan. 10th, rounding out your top 10 is going to be old Big Johnson. Had himself a good hot rod. Bummer. But in the 1 car. 11th is going to be the 44 of Kyler McCarthy. 12th position, Tanner Marr in the 4. Stoney Benfield in the 75. 13th, the 00 of Michael Reeves in the 14th position. 15th, Ronnie Morrison in the 69er. 8 of Chummy Miller. 16th position, Chris Carroll in the 18 car. 17th position, 18th is going to be Daniel Rupik Jr. Matt Jones in the 19th position in that 77. Tom Friedis in the 32. 20th, Larry Bell in the 43. 21st. 22nd is going to be Byron Gay in the 12. And that will end up, and that is your race control. Thank you so much for helping out tonight, Mr. Christopher Cash. Give me the cash! Mr. Cash, thank you so much for the help. All right, but to your race winner. All right, let's go and harass ourselves, our race winner here as we get over to the post-race show. Woo! Got Big Johnson up in this thing. See if we can get our race winner before we get to Big Johnson. Let's Johnson in.
Hey Chris, it's Steven. Just a heads up, your broadcast audio sounds good, but in Discord we can't hear you, anything you're saying.
Interesting. Now.
Yeah, same thing. You got like a background mic is your Discord right now.
Let's see. Gotcha. All right, give me 1 second here as I'm doing a little sort of my technical difficulties. Sorry about this, everyone. Sound. There we go. I am over this stuff right here, everyone. Here
there you go. You sound good now as far as Discord goes.
Yeah, got you. Okay, copy that.
Cool.
Thanks,
hey,
sir. Appreciate you.
Blue screen from the lead. That's what happened. So GG, good race, and I'll get out of here. I blue screened.
No. Oh,
yeah.
What an awesome run, dude. I thought you had either baby duties or something happened. So.
Nope. It just happened. So. All right, let me get out of the way. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Oh, let's get that down here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Now let's try to get ourselves race winner. Sucks that we had technical difficulties for Big Johnson there. Steve Johnson and his Johnson Flight Services hot rod. Yeah, had to make an early landing. Okay, we got Mr. Dylan Banks here in the 48. What up, dog? I bet you stoked now, huh? You got yourself a good run.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Nice, buddy.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on your P1. Got yourself your race win here. Man, how was it out there? You had a good battle, though, with the one at the end, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. These restarts. Ooh, man, I'm telling you. These boys were on it on these restarts. Some of them were and some of them weren't, but I know. Other for sure I was. I was trying to get up there and get track position while I could. because once everybody gets stringed out, it's so hard to pass. I mean, you've seen it with me and Steven there at the end. He put up a hell of a battle.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I think we had a great battle, and it was going to be close for the win. It was going to be very close.
And that's
I know.
that's what it looked like.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't. It would have been hard to get by him. I think I could have, but it would have taken everything I had. I was trying to force him to make a mistake, and he was a little bit. He was getting into the wall a little bit. But that outside, if you can't get it there outside, man, it's super hard to pass. All they gotta do is wrap that outside to get that massive run on the back stretch, and you can't get it on the bottom. So you just either go middle or try to get to their outside. But it worked out and got the dub. It's a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a run. I mean, you got some contact with the 20. You both got mired back some traffic after that. Then you got stuck in a wreck. And then you quickly got yourself back up to the top 5, and then it was a hammer down and hammer fest from there, right? But I mean, how was it back there though? Was it looked as bad as back there as it did from up here?
It was rougher in the car tonight. It was rougher in the car tonight, dude. I am telling you, get mired back there in the traffic, man. If they're blocking bottom or top, it's just nowhere to go. You just gotta ride until one of them gets by each other and then try to make a move. But I mean, dude, it's not much you can do. You just got to go off rip and do the best you can to get track position early on. That's the key. That clean air up there is big. And that last caution that we had came out at the perfect time. Went down there and took. I like to be on offense rather than defense. So I went down there and got a set, and it worked out.
Man, and it seemed like it. Being in control of that race. We've seen Brian Zimmerman get up there. He got himself a lot of laps led tonight. I mean, and he looked pretty strong putting it out there in his Q effort. So, but again, it seemed like that lead, being up there in the lead, like any other, right? That's where you can control that race pace. How was tire wear?
Yeah, it was noticeable. You could definitely tell if you burnt it up. The right front would you would just be a plow box. It would plow. But I got to give a big shout out to the guys at Ryko. They did a great job with the setup. They've done a great job all week with the sets for Open, NIS. It's been great. They did a phenomenal job on the setup. So big shout out goes to them and Ken Byron for sure.
Nice. Yeah, it looked like you had yourself a pretty fast piece out there. So, man, you're rocking and rolling with that car, doing it right.
Absolutely, man. You like the new paint scheme?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah, it took me a second to get used to it, but man, just because the flop of colors, when you're calling out drivers and stuff, especially from a distance. But no, she looks beautiful. Good choice on car, and continue it on.
I appreciate you, man. I wanted to definitely put that thing in victory lane for my guys. That's for sure, man.
And you did. I mean, you did it with fashion there too, man. You were putting on a hell of a battle there, and then again, just technical difficulties for us to get that race finished in. But you did great, man. Amazing run, awesome run for you.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'll go and give my shout outs. Shout out you up in the booth as always, man. I hate we didn't get to be up in the booth last night.
Yeah.
Had some power outage issues.
Right.
Hope everything's better that way. But we got a race at Rockingham next week, I'm pretty sure, and then we got another one at Bristol the next week after for the truck. So y'all better make sure to tune in for the next 2 weeks for the truck series, man. We go to Rockingham and Bristol. Ooh, it's about to get good, ain't it, Tron?
Yeah. It's going to be competitive for sure, and some you're going to have to put that truck to work, right? She ain't going to come out clean.
Absolutely, man. Well, yeah, shout out you and all that you do, man. Can't wait to see the Bristol trophy and all too. Big shout out to my guys at Bowtie Bandits, Carl, Tom, Garrett, Raymond, Ronnie, all the guys at Carol, Lagunas, all the guys at Bowtie Bandits. Can't give them enough credit. They put the work in every week, and I'm just trying to do my part and help out the team as much as I can. Big shout out to Ryko GG. And Ken Byron and all the guys that put in the work this week for the setups. I'm telling you, man, this thing was a freaking ripper tonight, dude. They did a great job. And shout out all the viewers out there. I got some friends watching. Shout out to y'all, Lily, Riley, all the guys out there watching. I appreciate y'all. Got this one done for y'all.
Heck yeah, you did. That's the way. Especially when you call in the fans, right? You call in the people to watch, and you put it down the way you did tonight. That's how you get it out, buddy. That's how it is. Put the pressure on yourself, and you still came out victorious. Great job, dude. Seriously.
Man, I appreciate you. Can't wait to be back out there with you next Thursday, buddy.
We'll have all kinds of fun. Super stoked. But
Yes,
everyone,
sir,
all
buddy.
right, yeah, that was oh, how did I mess that up? There we go. Dylan Banks there in the 48. Your race winner. One more time, dude. Another victory on the notch there for the 2025 Series. Nice job, buddy.
Have a good night, guys.
You too, bud. Mr. Dylan Banks in the 48, your race winner. Let's look for Trevor Baxter at number 20. Look good too tonight, and he ended up finishing in that second position. One moment here as I'm doing my little search. Right, Mr. Trevor Baxter, you got Chris Paul-Amos here in the booth. Got a copy? Ah, there he is.
What's going on?
Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got all kinds of sound. There you are, man. Let me light up your camera, and you are good to go, bro. Dude, what a race you had tonight. I mean, seriously, it was a battle out there. You and Banks were going toe to toe. How was it trying and to pass, dude? It looked like patience was the game, but then people were running out of them.
Yeah, it was a rough night. I mean, a lot of cautions, a lot of beating and banging, but we got P2, so we're happy. On to the next week.
And so talk to us about your car tonight. How was the setup, and I mean, how did she get done?
Yeah, the guys, like Dylan was saying, the guys over at Ryco, man, they were taking care of it tonight. So we appreciate all they do, and we look forward to racing again. And had a great night, and we'll do it again next week.
Man, well, dude, honestly, I was super stoked to have you up there fighting one more time. I thought you guys were going to go toe to toe a little bit closer, but unfortunately, you just didn't quite have it at the end, to trap in the distance for your run tonight, but. So I'm just trying to figure out something. There it is. Dang it! I don't know why I'm having issues on my stuff today, man. Because
yeah, we've been racing Dylan all week, and me and him been talking back and forth, trying to get the Ryco set up where we wanted it. Try to make some changes for the temperatures. I think we both decided just to leave it stock. Ken does a good job at putting the car together, so I don't know what he did, but I ended up keeping it stock, and it ran good. Wish we'd have took tires right there with the last caution coming out, but we didn't. We were hoping another one came out, or thinking one would. So just the luck of the draw. But good win to Dylan. Good racing with him all week. I appreciate the effort that me and him both put into, figuring out the car. I think we did a good job of figuring out the track and keeping the cars up front all night. We had a couple incidents where we hit each other, caused one wreck together. But Bristol, baby, let's get it.
Right, baby. Yeah, that's what it is. Bristol, baby. You got to go with it, right? Well, hey, congratulations to you on that P2. Oh, hey, one last question real quick. Did you get those trophies all squared away there? I believe they said they arrived.
I haven't checked. I'll have to check. I'll see if I got them.
So, yeah, you got yourself.
Look forward to opening those boxes, so that's cool. Yeah. Appreciate you and Tom and everything y'all do. Shout out to the Sim Shop, the Sim Shed. It's a new Discord we opened up. Everybody's welcome in there, and it's just a place to hang out and chill. Try to meet some other drivers from other teams. No setup sharing going on in there. Just a good time, a good hangout spot, and we look forward to growing it. So
nice.
Look forward to doing that and racing with the Ryco guys and racing with Dylan like always. Shout out to Steven. I know he lagged out, but good race to Kyle right there at the end. That was really fun. I know he had better tires, but it's hard to pass on the top. So we just kept the car right up against the wall and tried to keep him with that dirty air, and it worked out at the end.
Yeah, well, you did. You put on one heck of a show out there, especially trying to muscle your way through traffic. You got mired back in traffic for a little bit, drove yourself forward, and got yourself still that podium finish. You're second place in points, too. How about that, bro? I mean, you came in a little late to the season, and, man, you freaking launched the race your way right through the points, and now you're right there in that fight. So, again, great job holding on to the points. and making a good run tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we look forward to racing, and thank you for all you do.
You got it, buddy. My pleasure. Take care. Have a great evening. All right, my man Trevor Baxter getting that P2. Very close to that race win. Now let's see if we can get Kyle Wellman up on deck here and see if we can, I don't know, like I said, things have just been a little, and it's not network-wise, it's definitely just programming, computers. That's how it goes. All right, there we go. Mr. Wellman, you got Chris Milanovich here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh, man. How you doing, dude? What a run. Snuck in out of nowhere. Had some tires. Made a call there. And run us through your call.
Man,
and your race, of course.
Honestly, like, bittersweet race. Started towards the back, 15th, I believe, and worked to the front on strategy to get some stage points. And then Ronnie smacked the wall, got me, had a caution, went to the back, and I just could not stay out of a wreck for a long time. I think I was in just about every wreck except for the last 3 or 4. Just people not caring about smoke, got lap down cars, not respecting anybody out there. It was hectic, and then finally we got a bad apple out, and we finally had a good run at the end, had some fresh tires. Fresher than Trevor, but he's just, it's hard to pass in a long run when the guy's on the outside. I thought I almost had him cleared going into turn 3 with 2 to go, but it was either come up in front of him and risk wrecking both of us, or just kind of file back in and try again. But great race there at the end. Great race with Kyler until he got put in the wall. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Glad we got P3, but not particularly fond of some of the stuff going on out there. And, you know, I said some things too in race chat, and I'll take accountability for it, and I'll take any penalties I get. But I'm just sick of the disrespect from a certain group. Not really group, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, it sounds like the stuff's hit the fan at Bristol, and, you know, the drama is going to have to get sorted out like normal. Yeah, but that's short track racing, and I get it. I mean, everybody, we were fighting for the same line, and I mean, it was nasty out there. Get in line.
Yeah, there were some clean moments. We had a good clean run at the beginning. Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, just keep working on it.
I know I make some dumb moves and I'm aggressive, but I'm not purposely holding people up when I'm 8 laps down and putting them in the wall when they're racing someone else for position, and then parking it on the track because he's throwing a temper tantrum. But I told admins a couple weeks ago that I'm over the disrespect and all that, and the old wild man's back. I'm gonna start putting my foot down and start holding people accountable. So
doing the sender, you know. There you go, buddy.
Yep.
Well, hey, sounds like you had a very eventful race and with a lively finish. So, but again, congratulations to you on that P3. Work out the drama, and we'll be back for the next one, right? Talladega, it's just going to get worse. But now it's going to happen at a lot higher speed.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
There you go, buddy.
I don't forget, but I'm pretty lenient on forgiving. So.
All right. Well,
I prefer to have a good finish than go after someone and wreck both our finishes. So.
True that. Yeah, again. Well, again, best of luck, dude, on it, because you did a great job tonight, putting on a good show, and I get you that P3.
Yeah, thank you.
Or shout outs real quick before we get you out of here.
Yeah, shout out Tripods in the Wild, been on the car, EPI, 5 Kings Motorsports, teammates are doing great things. I just gotta throw it out to Steven. What a run for him. He was good. He was there at the end, but just some electrical issues in that ignition box or something. So, congratulations to Dylan, USA Firearms, Butt Kicker, and then Front Row Broadcasting. You up in the booth putting on this production every week, doing great. Finally got my trophy yesterday for winning Atlanta. It's awesome. It's up in the room, all lit up.
There you go, buddy.
I love it.
You go.
You killed it.
Yeah, they're. I mean, again, I'm not. I wait now. I wait, a good month or so. Get a list of drivers, and instead of going to the post office every single week and standing in line.
I don't blame you. That adds up too. Might as well lump it all in one big bolt.
If you can, because I did realize that I could fit a couple trophies into one box, so it does work out for those multitude of those back-to-back winners. I'm able to save myself a little time, effort, and money there, of course, on that matter. But yeah. So good. Super stoked you got your win. Definitely deserved it. And man, you got to get some more up there on that wall. Don't stop with that one.
Okay. We're gonna try. Looking third in points now too. So
yeah, you're climbing on up.
Going good. Going into the summer rush.
Nice. Good job. Good running tonight, man. Good job.
Thank you.
You got it, bud. Well, I hope we'll see you next week or on 2 weeks here, Talladega.
Ooh, oh yeah, I'll be there.
Yep, you know it. All right, brother. Take good care of yourself. We'll get you out of here.
Yep, thank you.
You got it. And that was Mr. Kyle Wellman, Wildman Wellman in the 42, your third place finisher. All right, let's get this thing all finished up here. So that's it. We're done for us. Heck yeah. Congratulations once again to Dylan Banks, Trevor Baxter, and of course, Wildman Wellman, Kyle Wellman. So for his their runs tonight, and of course the entire Front Row ESPORTS drivers out there, all you guys, man, what a great run, good show. Again, some beats and banging out there, but that's what we expect from Bristol. And again, they did their best out there and threw us a really good show. So super stoked there. Of course, all this brought to you by Moser Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, and of course brought to you by the stars from Starlink. Thanks so much for all that and keeping us going and keeping this season turning. So. But insane, thanks everyone again for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe. Really do appreciate all that support. Hit the noties too, because again, we don't take too much time when we get into our broadcast. So you get about 30 seconds, a minute before we're into it. So that noti button might come in a little handy because we only go live about once a week or so. But again, thank you all so much again for tuning in. I'm Chris Paul Hamus. We'll see you I'll see you in a couple weeks for the Talladega run. So again. So, again, I think that makes it done for us. Yep, we are. All right, we out. Take care.
Another one bites the dust. Let's go. Two folks further down the street with the brink